Hey, what's up guys, it's SNipEz, and it's Friday, and so we have another modern house to show you guys. And this week, we're going to be making a kind of like a wooden cabin. And it's not this one right here. This was a idea I was going to do, but it didn't quite turn out as well as I wanted it to. That was going to be the one for this week, but it didn't turn out quite right. And so we're going to make we're going to make a different one this week. And the materials that you will need this week, you will need wood, wooden planks, gray wool, cobblestone, and then stone brick stairs. And those are the materials that you will need. You also need some glass panes for the windows. And then we're gonna get started with this. So we're gonna take out our what are these called? Stone brick stairs, and lay 4 down. 1, 2, 3, 4. So you should have them just like this. Then you want to go up 2. So we're gonna just place some cobblestone down so we can place the second row of stairs down. So then you're going to have 2 things of stairs that you can walk up. And then what you want to do, you want to take your wood back out. And then come out 3. 1, 2, 3. And then do that on all 4 stairs. Just like this. And then come out 10 on each side. Starting from this very first block closest to the stair. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Then do the same thing on the other side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. And then make it come back 3, just like the other one, so they should be even. And this is going to be your patio for the front of your house. So then make sure it's filled out all the way. So it should be 3 deep. So far your house should look like this. And what we're going to do, I forgot to mention this, you also need some fences. You want to take these out and then place them on each side of the stair, and then go all the way to the end, then come back. Do the same thing on the other side. So go all the way to the edge, then come back. And then what you want to do, you want to take your cobblestone out and place it underneath the wood. And then do the same thing on the other side as well. Just like that. I don't think I did the end part on this side. Alright, so far you should have the front balcony, and it should look just like that. Nice and simple so far. This is not a really complicated house. It's actually really easy to make. And so now what we want to do, we want to take out our wood and planks, as we have here. And then we're going to make our front door. And the front door is going to be the middle 2 blocks of the stairs. So it should be even with that. So on each side, you're going to leave, it's going to be behind the first 3 blocks of wooden planks. It's going to be on the 4th block. So then come up 3 and come across until it comes up and meets with the other wooden plank. So it should form a nice doorway. Just like that. Then we want to come out 5 from the door. So this counts as your first block. So we're actually going to come out 6. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Do the same thing on the other side. Remember, this counts as your first block. So 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. And then what we want to do is you want to come back 3. 1, 2, 3. So altogether it should be 4. Do the same thing on the other side. This house is going to be symmetrical. So 1, 2, 3. Then come to the end of your balcony. Do the same thing on the other side. So it should be even with this end piece right here. And then with this empty space, fill all this in with wooden planks as well. And then do the same thing on the other side. Just like that. Now what we want to do, we are going to I have a little headache right now. I'm feeling kind of sick. Alright, so now what we want to do, we want to come out 3 more. 1, 2, 3. Do the same thing on the other side. 1, 2, 3. Then come out to where it's even with the front part of the balcony. So it should be even with the front fence. And then come out 6. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. And then come back around 20. So it should be around here's where you stop. Then come all the way to the other side. And like I said, this house is going to be symmetrical. And so what you do on one side, you're going to do on the other. So then come up 6. Or make sure it's even with the front. Then come over 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Then again come back to where it's even with the back part of the house. So far you should have an outline of what your house is going to look like. It should look like this. Now, as you can see, right here, it's a little bit plain, and we're going to fix that here in a minute. But first, we're going to stack up 4, because you're going to have 3 blocks of headroom, so it should be 4 blocks up. So, if you look 1, 2, 3, and 4, and do this all the way around the house. And what we're going to do, we're going to go in and add the windows later, because it's a lot easier to get rid of some of the blocks, and then you can see where the windows need to go the most. And so we're going to add the windows last. So come all the way around the house. And like I said, it should be 4 tall, so it's not really complicated to do. This is actually a really simple house. This is going to be a pyramid roof. It's not going to be a flat roof like some of the other houses I've made. Then only 2 more rows to go. Oh. So if you guys haven't looked at the other modern houses and other modern mansions, go check those out. Like I said, I do upload every Friday a new way to make a modern house or any kind of house. Last week I uploaded how to make a modern brick house, and that house turned out really well. So if you guys are looking for a nice small house, but it's not extremely small to where you could add like a subdivision, that's the perfect house, because it's, like I said, it's not too big, but it's not too small. You have room for probably 3 rooms upstairs. Whoop. And you have room for all the necessities like the kitchen, the living room, and you have all that. So you're gonna have plenty of room, and it really looks good. I really like that house. Honestly, when I made it, I didn't think it was gonna turn out that well, because I always make a prototype of the house first, and it didn't quite turn out, or it turned out really good, a lot better than I thought it would. Because I usually don't use brick, but for that house I do. We're almost all the way around the house. It looks like I forgot to do this side. No problem, just fill it all in. Oh, didn't mean to place that one there. We're almost around. Only 1 more layer to add. And there we go. So it should look like this so far. Now underneath the house, we're going to fill it in with cobblestone. So underneath the house, take out your cobblestone and go all the way around the house underneath it and add cobblestone so that there's no overhanging spots. And then you can kind of see the shadows here, and so I know where the house is. And then it should only be 2 blocks high of cobblestone, so it shouldn't take too long to fill it all in. And turn right here. Only 1 more layer to go. Then we should have it complete, the bottom part of the house. We still need to add a floor and everything like that. And after I get done with this row, I'm going to take a bed out and sleep, because 1, it is raining, and the rain kind of makes it a little bit more laggy, and I want to make it easier for you guys to see, because during the night it can get a little bit hard to see. And then almost done. Don't forget to do this part right here. Fill all this in. So it should look like that. Make sure I didn't do this part right here. Almost done. 1 last piece, and there we go. Didn't mean to place these here. Alright, so I'm going to take a bed out and sleep real quick, so we can get rid of the rain and get rid of the nighttime. So just lay it down right here. Alright, so now the rain should stop. There we go. And now we're going to do, this is a small modern house, and it's like a small little modern cabin, if you put it that way. And what we're going to do, we're going to add the roof now. I know I usually add 2 stories to it, but just for this house, I'm adding only 1 floor. But it's still going to look extremely nice. So what we're going to do is we're going to take our wooden planks out, and we're going to make some stairs going up until it meets in the middle. So it should end up just doing it like this. It's just a little stair step going all the way until it meets in the middle. Oop, didn't mean to place that one here. Get rid of that. And if you made it right, it should come to where there's 2 blocks up at the top, just like that. Now we want to do the same thing on this side right here. Just like that. Oh, and this one should come to 1 point. Do the same thing on the other side. And 1 in the middle. Now we want to take out our gray wool and go around the edge of the house, like on top of the wooden planks with the gray wool. And go all the way around the house. Just like this. Really simple. And then we can move on from there. Almost there. We're on 50% through. Come around to the front of the house. Just like that. And then you want to put one on each stair, like on each wooden plank that's going up. That's why you made the stair step. And then just keep coming up just like that, like this. Having trouble speaking right now. And I did get my new microphone for the commentaries. I got a blue snowball microphone. It's a really great microphone, only 60 bucks, and it's really worth it. I've done a couple of testings with it, and the voice quality sounds a lot better. And so if my voice does sound a little bit different, that is why. Because I have a better microphone now. I don't just have a cheap little microphone that I got from Best Buy. So on each side, you want to come back to where, again, it's even with this dark wool, or gray wool right here. And then do the same thing on the top. And there was an update not too long ago for Minecraft, and I'm not really sure what the update did, because they said they were going to add enchantments, but they didn't add that. And so I thought that's what the update was for, but it wasn't. And so I have no idea what it was for. If you guys know, leave a comment in the description below. And so then I'll know what it was for. Then you want to take your gray wool out and do the same thing on the other side. We're almost done with these parts of the roof. And then from the front, you want to, you see how it's even with, the gray wool is even with the wood. You want to extend this out by 2, so 1, 2, and then do this all the way up right here. Oh, didn't mean to place those 2 there. So it should end up looking just like this. And I probably should turn off my notifications, but I didn't. Big mistake. And then do the same thing on these corner pieces right here, but this time when we come out 1, not 2. Do the same thing on the other side. Just like this. So it should be 1 farther out from the wooden planks for the house. So besides in this front piece right here where it's extended out 2. And now we're going to make the main part of the roof. Alright, so the reason I had you make all these even with each other is so we can make one big roof. And how this is going to go, you're going to start right here and come all the way across to the other side of the house. So it should end up looking just like this. And then you want to do the stair step thing again. And then make sure you stop 1 block away from the gray wool right here. And just keep making stairs going all the way up. Just like this. And it should come to a point just like that. now we want to do, again, just take your gray wool out and just put a piece of gray wool on each stair step and then extend it all the way to the other side of the house. So it should end up like this. Then do this stair step thing again right here. And then again, just keep adding the stair steps. This is where your outline of the roof is going to go. Then you can see how tall your roof is going to be. And then it should, if you made it right, it should come to one point up at the very top, which is what we want. And then again, come all the way across the house and do this on until you get to the very top, and then go back down again. So come all the way across. Not the most fun part of making the house, but it's something you got to do. It's not always fun to do it. And come all the way across. Almost there. When we have 2 more to go, and then we'll be at the top. So this row and 1 more, and then we have to work our way back down again. So we just keep going, and we're at the very top. And then after this row, we can start going back down. And you actually can make this 2 floors. I'm actually thinking about making this 2, because with all this extra space where the roof is, you can actually make another floor. And so I think that's what we're gonna do to make it look a little bit better. And I have some more ideas that we can do to make it look a little bit better as well. It's always great to improvise with your houses. I get a lot of messages asking how I get the ideas for my houses, and really, sometimes I use pictures of real houses so I can get an idea, and then if the houses really look good, I'll try to make it just like that house. But the problem is with this is a lot of houses have turns and stuff like that look good in real life, but then in Minecraft they don't look good because it's all square. And sometimes you can't make it just like that, because you can make turns look good in this, but usually it has to be a little bit bigger. And if you're making a pretty proportion sized house, it's hard to do that. And so usually what I do for my houses is I actually find a way to how do I phrase this? I find a way to, I don't know how to, I improvise as I go. I guess that's the best way to put it. I improvise as I go, and that's probably the best way to make houses, is because you're making it, and if you think, okay, I'm going to do this and I'm going to do that, it might not turn out as well as you thought it would. But if you improvise, you can always go, oh, I think this would look better. And then what you do is you just work with that. Alright, so as you can see, this is what the house is looking like so far. And now, right now, we're going to add some windows to make it look a little bit more realistic. So we're going to come to the left side, and like I said, this house is symmetrical, so the windows will be the same on this side as they are on the other side. So from the second piece of wood, so not this first one, but the second one, you want to find the middle, and it should be right here. And then make a window that's 3 long, and then make it to come up 3. So it should be a square just like that. Do the same thing on the other side. Find the middle. Oop. Come up on the second block. Make it 3 wide and then 3 up, so it should form a square. Just like that. And we'll fill those in with glass panes here in a minute. And then in the front, you're going to make this 4 tall, this window. And it's going to come all the way down to the first block. You want to, again, make sure you have that first block. And then this window is 1 block away from the door. And then it's going to be 4 tall. Did I make that right? Oh, there we go. 4 tall. Then add 1 big window here in the middle. Just like that. Then make it come up 1 more. So all the windows should be a 2x4. And take our glass panes out and fill them in with glass panes. Glass panes are my new favorite kind of window, just because they really look a lot better than just the square block of window. And don't worry about that right there. We will be getting rid of that if you're wondering about how the house is looking so far. Fill these in with glass panes as well. Make sure you add the middle ones. If There we go. One more. Do the same thing on the other side. Just do the outline of it first, then add the middle one. There you go. And then add a square window, a 2x2 right here. It should be 2 blocks away, so on the third block is where you start making it from the middle part. So 1, 2, 3, and then make a square window. Fill it in with glass panes. I'm not sure if I did that with the other window. Let's go back and check. And I did not, so we're going to fill it in. It's almost nighttime again. So now what we want to do is come back up to the roof. As you can see, this part is not connected to this part of the roof, and we want to fix that. So what we're going to do is just extend these out farther, and so it connects with the roof. Really simple. Just keep going up until it matches with the roof, so it just looks like it's connecting to it. Almost done with the middle one, and we have to go do the sides as well. Give it to that block. So as you can see now, it looks like it's actually attached to the roof, and it looks a lot better. And we want to do the same thing with these small windows over here. Just make sure they're connected. One right here, one right there, and extend this one out too. So as you can see, it looks like those parts are actually connected to the house now, which makes it look a lot better. And then we're going to come back into the inside, and I'm going to sleep real quick so we can get some more light in here.